thing that's hard about reading or listening to an audiobook is a good book, one that's actually going to give you applicable actions to do. You can't really be driving to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you need to be writing
if it's a good book, then they're going to tell you, okay, at the end of every chapter, they're going to say, this is how you apply it. Here's the actions that you need to follow in order to apply these principles that we just talked about.
Yeah.
And that's at least how I've become, I get more out of the book as I do the actual actions instead of just listening. So sometimes if I don't have time to write down what they want you to write down, I'll listen to the book multiple times.
Yeah.
They say, I know this is excessive, but they say if you can listen to something to where you can actually remember what they're going to say next, then it's already ingrained. It's there. Yeah. That usually takes 16 to 17 times. I know it's a lot. But here's the thing.
Speed it up to like 15.
Just listen. See, I can't do it like that either. I like to absorb the information. I can't listen to the books fast like that. My brother-in-law, Joe, he does that. He'll listen to it really fast, 1.5 times or 2 times. And it's like...
That's how I am. I'm like, let's just hurry the shit up.
But I like to dwell on it.
Yeah.
I could ponder on it, even meditate on some of the principles and the subject matter. Uh-huh. I can't just... Yeah, I don't want it just in one ear and out the other. Yeah. Otherwise, it doesn't make any difference to me. I'm just like, okay, cool. Awesome book. Thanks for recommending it, but I don't remember what it was about. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and big takeaways are obvious.
Yeah, yeah. And there's some books that are just regurgitated information from past mentors, past people.
I think all of the books like that are
personal development.
Point, to some point, you can only have so many ideas, Yeah.
Well, you repackage it to where it fits the current lingo. It fits the current
Sean Whalen's book, for example, is just like that. How to make shit happen.
That's right. That's what it's called. Yeah.
And it's a really good book, but he says this is nothing new.
Yeah, it's just philosophy that he's developed from other mentors and books and stuff.
And Jocko Willink's book,
the discipline
equals freedom.
Yeah.
And but anyway, I just there's only so many ideas.
In the world. And there's tons and tons of books.
If you take one idea and follow it through, that might be the one that changes you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or changes somebody.
That's why gonna for sure change something in your life, the direction you're headed in, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, the fact that you decided to listen to it in the first place lets you know that you're already in a place where I want to grow. Right? I want to change. I want something new. So you're already starting that thought pattern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then if you just kind of do that over and over and over and over and over, it becomes on the top of your mind all the time. They call it TOMA, top of mind awareness. So if it's the same thing that happens when you, let's say you buy a new car. All of a sudden you notice that everybody has the same car.
Yeah. That always happens, man.
There was already that many out there, right? You just didn't notice them because it wasn't on the top of your mind. Yeah. So the same thing happens with all the words you read, all the things you listen to, the things you watch. The more you have that same philosophy going in, it becomes on the top of your mind, and then it's just
the more you recognize it. Yeah.
Well, and I've even noticed in when I've been really good at reading a book, or really good at podcasts, or really good at one thing, it's easier for me to just continue doing it because it's I need 30 minutes, or I need whatever, or I get in the car and I flip on a talk or whatever it is. But then when I'm not, it's really hard for me to get through that wall that says hey, you need to do it. Right now, my cousin, he's a SWAT member or a SWAT lead in San Diego, and he just started this 90 days, which I accepted. No processed sugar, reading 30 minutes. And it's it's been brutal for me to be no sugar. Are you kidding?
That's probably the hardest one for most people.
And it's I go and look at things on the back. I'm like, well, shit. Say that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And but it's been since I've been doing it, I've been way more aware of just like food in general, right? Yeah. But then on like the reading side, it's like, man, I'm 7 days in, I think, or whatever, and it's been brutal. Every day, I'm like, okay, I need to go listen to a Joe Rogan podcast or whatever, right? Just to get some type of positivity back.
Yeah.
And it's, but since I've been doing it, these like past 2 days have been like, oh, like I'll just do it
It's
while I'm in the
starting
car.
to- yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
I'll make sure I'm doing it at the gym. Like this morning, I listened
awesome.
to a podcast. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's like normally I'm like on Instagram or Facebook, you know,
Yeah.
just wasting time.
Yeah.
But like I feel like once you kind of like commit to it, you know, it's on the top of your mind. Then it's like, oh, it's an easier decision rather than like
Yep.
forcing yourself to like
Yeah.
get there.
That's why Jocko says discipline equals freedom.
Yeah.
You
love
create
it.
some type of discipline. Eventually, it's a habit, and that literally opens up the doors for everything else.
Yep.
You know, and you can overcome all your challenges, trials, all that kind of stuff because you've already built that foundation, right?
Yeah.
They say, who was it? It was I'm going to slaughter his name. He was a Greek philosopher. Anyways, the Navy SEALs took on the same thing, but they say that you don't rise to your expectations. You fall to your training,
Yeah.
right?
I like that.
So you may expect yourself to, I can beat up anybody, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't train for that, when it happens,
It's
Dude.
different. It's
Yeah.
Natural
different.
instincts
Yeah.
kick in, you get
Yeah.
knocked out.
yeah, exactly, right? But if you train for it,
Yeah.
then when anything approaches you, you're ready.
Yeah.
You're totally ready. You're in that ready state all the time. And that's the Navy SEALs. They need to be in that ready state all the time.
Yeah.
So they train everything they can, mental, physical, all of it, right?
Well, it's crazy too because you bring that. My wife's nephew Christian. Just quick shout out if he's ever listening to this.
Yeah.
So he's in the military,
Okay.
and he comes to Utah, and one day decides. Have you guys ever heard of the Urban Cowboy guy here in Utah, where he does the triathlons?
Oh, it's
I can't remember his name.
no,
off the top of my head.
James Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he does. I mean, I think he did like 50 in a row. Or
He did
100 in a
50.
row,
He's
something.
currently doing 100, you guys. This
Yeah.
is insane.
100?
He's doing 100 triathlons consecutively,
gosh.
100 days. He's like
He's
like
a
like up to
beast.
like
He's
30
gotta-
right now.
He's got to be not from this world.
Oh
man.
no. Well, and it's crazy too because
It's
like
So insane.
you reach a point where it's your body is it can do it, but
Yeah.
like mentally you got to like overcome it. And Christian,
and that's got to be by far the hardest
dude.
oh
part.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Christian, he's like through military training, through all this stuff. He decides one day, like legit, like the day before, I'm gonna do it with this guy, a triathlon, right? Like people train.
Yeah.
Years to do
Yeah.
triathlons, and he decides like out of a whim,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Well, he's probably in better shape than most
Yeah.
people, but
But
still,
even that,
yeah.
you know, like I know people that like a good friend of mine. He's a marathon runner, and like he trains and he's running 7-10 miles.
well,
a day,
that's a whole different style of running.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
totally.
it's crazy, and it's really cool to see because like he just wakes up, and I think he woke up at 4 a.m. and started his swim, and then
Yeah.
did his bike ride, and then did the run, and like obviously. You know, the Urban Cowboy's a little different brand.
Iron.
And so like
It's Iron Cowboy. Yeah,
Cowboy.
yeah, I
So
just looked him up.
He
Iron
ends up
Cowboy.
doing it all,
Yeah.
but I think
47. He just did. So I just looked it up on Instagram. He just completed his 47th one
Yeah.
in a row. So he's on 48 today,
48
right now, nonstop. He doesn't take a day off.
So
you
next
guys.
day he's doing it again.
Yep,
You know,
he does
And
it again.
how long is he supposed to do this
he's
for?
doing 100 a day, 100
Oh man,
in a row.
In a row, and dude, it's like for burning that many calories.
He's
He's not skinny for
Oh, no.
for burning that many calories, dude.
Yeah, they said that when he
How
reached
does his
like
body-
mile 80 on the bike, he just like flipped a gear and just like took off.
Yeah,
my God.
it's
Like,
insane,
just hit
dude.
like this next wave of energy. And
Yeah.
just, whoop, you know, like. But it's crazy too because like even somebody like Christian who's not training and not doing,
Yeah, and he
like,
just-
his
just-
mental like strength is so good that he can go out in one day and do a whole thing.
That's awesome.
And like I know my mentality is not there yet, so like I'd love to get it there, but like.
See, I think
know.
my mentality's there, but I know that my body, like I wouldn't the next day. I'd have to recover.
yeah.
like I couldn't just do it again. That's the part that takes the years of training.
Yeah.
You know, James Lawrence has been training for years and years and years and years, to the point where every triathlon he probably doesn't have to recover as long as the regular person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder what his process is though. Like,
Wake up, smack himself in the face.
yeah, what does he do on a day-to-day basis? Like, other than running, like
I don't
to
know.
get that mental like
He's
ability.
got some stuff. If you follow him He's got some stuff where he talks about that. He's got a full team of people that help him out. His wife is awesome.
She about have to.
You do. Yeah. He's got people to help him with his nutrition, making sure he's on point.
Yeah, because I think I think in that day he's burning like 25 to 3,000 calories. Like
oh yeah, easy,
it's insane.
Easy.
So
I can't remember
crazy.
what Christian said he burned, but I'll ask him because I think it was like over.
Yeah,
sure,
it was insane. Like
sure. Well, it was.
I get tired burning 500. Johns.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, when we had what's his name on, and he did the 100-miler up in the mountains.
Oh yeah, Seth.
And Seth, and Seth Howland, right? Mm-hmm. Seth.
He is a beast,
he posted
man.
what it took him, and it was over 30 hours.
Yeah,
and I mean he did seven ascents.
How much elevation did
it was a 7,000 increase in elevation each time, and he had to do loops.
So he's down and back,
down and back for 30 hours straight, dude. Yeah. So he burned 35,000 calories over the course of that time. 35,000.
He has type 1 diabetes. And so
he gave a ton of credit to his nutritionist, his coach.
Oh, you have to.
because he's like, I could die up there.
I hope somebody's running by me with an IV thing and pumping shit in. That's insane.
Dude, he's a stud. And then he just did another one just recently too. But
the Moab 50, I think.
Yeah.
Well, and it's just cool to see, like, it's like anything where I feel like when somebody does it, right, mm-hmm. somebody breaks that kind of barrier, then everybody else seems to be able to like do that. Yeah. And so it's really cool to see people like be the first.
Yeah.
Like this.
Because they had they had the largest hurdle to overcome because everyone else in the whole world told them it's not possible. Like the first guy to break the 400 or the 4-minute mile. Yeah. They just said it's not possible. Yeah. No one, the humans can't do that. Yeah. Then after he did, a month later, there were like 50 or 60 other people that did.
Like, who are these guys? Like a week
That's
ago?
so crazy.
Yeah. And they said the same thing about the marathon, all that kind of stuff.
Breaking two,
and there's a whole documentary on that now with that Kenyan guy.
Yeah.
And dude, for me, I feel like humans are capable with training. Humans are capable of almost anything. Yeah. Right? I can't say anything because they still can't fly without a suit. Yeah. You still can't, you know what I mean? Like you can't do anything.
You can't defy gravity. Yeah.
Right. You can't. Yeah.
Unless you're LeBron James.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant when he jumped over that car, So like there's some things that we can kind of say, well, almost anything. And I think the largest degree of separation is that mindset that sets those people apart from the average Joe. Because the average Joe is just like, oh, my body can't do that. I'm like, well, you know what? I bet it could. Maybe not right now.
I bet it could.
But in 10 years, it could. Yeah. If you trained it. You got to realize the people that you're watching are the people that have been doing that since they were kids.
Yeah. And that's what it takes is constant training and constant focusing on what you are trying to accomplish.
Exactly. And then believing in yourself. I say this to my kids all the time. I believe in you every day. I believe in you. You can do anything. You can do anything. Yeah. And even if I know that they're not going to be able to do anything, right? They still have that mindset of I can accomplish whatever I want to accomplish, right? And I feed that to my children. I feed that to their minds all the time. I wish I had that when I was young.
Yeah.
Right? I don't regret that I didn't. I'm just saying I wish that I had that when I was young. I had to start feeding that to myself in my 20s.
Which probably made you even better because
for sure.
It was you figuring out rather than somebody doing it for yourself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're the one creating your own path where some people are kind of
It's true. It's true. The thing is when you're led through it, like you said, I feel like it's harder to appreciate. Mm-hmm. When you find stuff on your own, you appreciate it so much. Yeah. You know what I mean? My gratitude level, I don't know if there's you can't really count that from 1 to 10. Yeah. If there was, then it would be a 10, all the time. I'm always on in terms of gratitude because I can look back at what I've done, what I've overcome, how I was raised, everything like that. And I feel like maintaining that level of gratitude will always keep me driving forward. Yeah. Right?
Well, and it's cool too. I was actually watching a Fresh episode last night, and there's the episode I was watching. It's when Will Smith goes and gets a job because feed off me.
Yeah.
And it's cool because Uncle Phil basically says, like, you know, yeah, you're a man. I'm opening a door
Yeah.
for you to walk through.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
you can open up
That
other
makes
doors.
sense.